Hi, I'm Russ Crane. Today I want to talk to you briefly about hidden or invisible disabilities. Globally, about 1 in 6 people have a disability. That's 1.3 billion people, or 16% of the world's population. 80% of those are people with invisible disabilities. People with disabilities make up the largest minority group, and it cuts across all minority categories. Now, what is an invisible disability, you might ask? The Invisible Disabilities Association defines it as symptoms such as debilitating pain, fatigue, dizziness, cognitive dysfunctions, brain injuries, learning differences, and mental health disorders, as well as hearing and vision impairments. Other definitions say that hidden disabilities can be temporary, situational, or permanent. Examples of hidden disabilities can include diabetes, fibromyalgia, endometriosis, chronic migraine disorder, and many more. These conditions are not always obvious to the onlooker, but they can sometimes, or even always, limit daily life activities. The challenges can range from mild to really severe, and they can vary from person to person and even day to day. Now, if you're not disabled, you're likely already working alongside people with hidden disabilities, and you just may not know it. If, for example, your mental picture of a person with a disability is of somebody in a wheelchair, you need to understand that 93% of people with disabilities don't use a wheelchair. So it may not be obvious in comparison with your mental picture that the person has a disability. Now, in the workplace, people with hidden disabilities can handle it one of two ways. They can choose to report it and disclose it because they want to be upfront about it, or they can choose to keep it private for fear of facing discrimination. Now, I myself experienced this firsthand, and I had a more hidden disability that I kept private because I feared discrimination and had to kind of confront attitudes about that when my hidden disabilities became more apparent. I had to use a wheelchair for a while, had multiple surgeries, and just kept me using mobility assistance devices for quite a while. It was really something that sparked a lot of conversations, helped me to understand how to relate to people who hadn't dealt with disabilities in their colleagues before. People with invisible disabilities will often report that people don't believe that they have a disability when they do disclose it, that some people think they're faking it to get attention, or that it's all in their head. Now, while they may not, quote unquote, look healthy to a person, that friend or colleague may really be hurting or just struggling inside. It's a very heavy burden for people who just want to do the regular work and be a contributor to their job. So when a friend or colleague identifies their hidden disability, what should you do? Like, if they come out to you and identify it, really the best way to handle it is to keep an open mind, be non-judgmental about it, and be compassionate. They were your friend before they disclosed it, or your coworker. They still are afterward. And get this, they're just a person like you who happens to be struggling in a particular area. So if they confide in you about their struggles, give that friend or colleague the dignity of believing them. Be there for them if they ask you, and it's important to respond and give them the respect to respond to what they're asking of you. Otherwise, just wait till they ask. Treat the person who has an invisible disability as you would any other colleague, because they really are. They're people too. They have goals, dreams, and aspirations, and they're doing the best they can, just like you, and they're just trying to get the job done. So, in conclusion, patience, Understanding and awareness are very important when working with somebody with a hidden disability, particularly if you find out through the grapevine, which happens, or they disclose it to you. It's important to use the golden rule. Treat that other person like you yourself would want to be treated. It's something to think about. Thanks. This is Russ Crane, and I've been talking about hidden disabilities. Have a great day.